But before that, I think of the pièce de résistance of tonight's show. I want to introduce someone who is, I think, the beating heart of the revolution in New York City, who sort of embodies both its joy and fierceness on the streets. Yes, the person laughing is the person I'm talking about. And her name is Dragonfly, a.k.a. Robin LaVerne Wilson. And she's going to come up and she's going to do a scat. Or you're going to sing the card deck. You do what you do. And I ain't going to describe it anymore. But I'm going to hand you this mic.
Okay, can I get the mic stand, please? Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? Woo! So while he's setting me up, I have a few names, so my preferred pronoun probably should be they. I'm Robin LaVerne Wilson. You may have voted for me. I accidentally ran for senator against Chuck Schumer in 2016. Yeah, that really happened. I am also Dragonfly. Make sure, is this working right? Hey! I am also, was once upon a time, known as Helvetica Bold, another one of Gongalan's creations. And Dragonfly. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, so, y'all ready to conspire with me? Does anyone know what conspire even means? It means to breathe together. It's all together. Take a deep breath in. Breathing in joy and revolution. Exhale. Letting all of that go. Let's breathe in together again. All the goodness. Now exhale. And for good measure, one more time. Let's breathe in. And exhale. I'd like to take a moment to honor that we are on Lenape land. I would also like to take a moment for us to look around and see who is and who is not in the room. Take a look around. Think about the people that we're holding space for. This may or may not be funny, but I suspect I might be the only descendant of enslaved Africans, and I'm here to sing. All right. You can laugh. It's okay. Love you, love you too. We speak the truth because that's part of the revolution. This is a very beautiful, colorful deck. And part of the beauty that comes with the trouble is the diversity that is required for us to make those changes. I am proud to say that the very second time I ever went on one of Andrew Boyd's actions, I was arrested. For some, that's a privilege. For others, it's not. So please keep that in mind as we move forward in this revolution. Ashe? Okay. All right. Y'all ready to sing now? Okay. First of all, I don't know why it was put out there. I'm an opera singer. I am so not. Some of y'all might want your money back, even though it's a free event. I'm sorry. But as you may or may not know about me as Miss Justice Jester out in the streets with the big red afro and a tambourine, one of the things that I did bring to the streets is music and joy, because as a descendant of the historic civil rights movement, as you know, our movement had a soundtrack. We don't really have that anymore, do we? No. So I want to show you ways that you can take music that you may already know and turn it into the soundtrack for this movement. All right? We'll start with something simple. Okay. Sing along if you know this. Choose your target wisely. Escalate strategically. Do your research training for the win. Do the media's work for them. Create many points of entry. Use humor to undermine authority. Yeah! All right. It works for anything. In fact, I think this very next song is a perfect example of how when you take people from completely different worlds and mash them up, you will get a masterpiece. All right? I'm gonna take this hoax and boycott them. I'm gonna flash and not eat no more. I'm gonna trek and a divestment. I'm gonna strike and do a guerrilla. I got the hashtag campaign and a blockade, a human banner hang and an occupation. You can't stop my action, my Mass Street action. Creative disruption. Casserolazo. Yeah, right. See, you might want to do this at karaoke and help other people think outside the box. Especially when they've had a little wine on an empty stomach like me. They'll be so open for it. Oh, yeah. What's my next song? I done forgot now. Oh, yeah. Wild card, theory of change, story of self, us and now, pillars of power, Baraza, spectrum of allies, points of intervention and SWAT, power mapping. Peel the onion, action star, the battle of the story and smart objectives. Carry on, carry on. Woo, 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 woo. Is it really that good? I mean, is it really that good? Okay. Like I said, I told you I'm not an opera singer. Okay, all right. This one is a little tricky, but let's see if I can get through it. Class and identity, politics, corruption, palace coup, the comments framing, decolonization, theater of the oppressed, prefigurative, politics, expressive and instrumental actions, maintain nonviolent discipline. Yeah, you know, it's just samples. Any Duran Duran fans? Wild card, add your own principle. Wild card, add your own tactic. Wild card. I'm not hearing the echo. Look, I'm Gen X, y'all. I'm gonna start over. Y'all better chime in, okay? Wild card, add your own tactic. Wild card, add your own principle. Wild card, add your own theory. Wild card, add your own story. Okay, y'all are probably like, no, none of those songs have anything to do with politics or revolution. So I'm gonna bring it back in. They do now. Yes. Bring the issue home. Fail forward. Solidarity, not aid. Consider your audience. Take risks, but take care. This flag, the Salt March, Yellow Pigs in Parliament, Public Art Nanny Hotline, and Schools of Struggle, the Teddy Bear Catapult, and Panty Power, pedestrian death puppets. I didn't say this is going to make sense, but, you know, it's already, nothing makes sense in the world now, so we're going for it. Now, this one here, well, I'll let it speak for itself. Oh, is this revolution being televised? Because I look real crazy right about now. Okay. The problem is in the world around us. The problem is inside ourselves. Be the change you want to see by any means necessary. The revolution will not be elected. Long march through the institutions. Everyone is an artist. Authors make things rock. More theory needed. The revolution will not be tweeted. Collectivism can save the world. So just do it. Couple more tunes to go, because, I mean, what is February, y'all? Word! Hey, thank you very much. So, raise your hand if you know the Black National Anthem. Raise your hand if you knew there's a Black National Anthem. All right, we getting there. Okay. Please rise for this interpretation of the Black National Anthem. Balance, art, and message. Breakfast is persuasive. Be the change you want to see in the world. Create online, offline synergy. Develop an inside-outside strategy. Joy is a revolutionary force. Beware the tyranny of structurelessness. Yeah. If protest is made illegal, make daily life a protest. Build people power, then negotiate. Simple rules can have grand results. Yes, you may be seated. And now for the finale, because as Miss Justice Jester out in the streets during the heat of Black Lives Matter, one of the main things that I did was take a very important and powerful song from the civil rights movement. Keep your eyes on the prize. Started as, some people call it a Negro spiritual. I say it's a slave work song. In the 60s, it became a battle cry. In the 80s, it was the theme song to a 14-part documentary about the historic civil rights movement. And as Miss Justice Jester, I used that structure to turn it into a musical sort of like AIDS quilt, but for Black Lives Matter, and telling the stories of people who had been murdered by the police in 2 lines or less. All songs can be folk songs is what I'm saying. And not just that. Yes, we played with all these other songs, but really think about it, because what we're fighting is the misery that comes with oppression. And one of the main ways that we have to deal with it is through joy. And trust me, nobody really knows that like my people know. And that's why we sing. And we bring that joy to the streets and to each other. So, in honor of the amazing work that you have been doing, Mr. Boyd, Mr. Galan, and everyone else who contributed to this, I sing for you. Civil disobedience, the NGOization of resistance, beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on, game on. Capitalism, action, logic, solidarity, economics, beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on. Guerrilla theater and projection, conflict kitchen, direct action, beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on, game on. Cultural hegemony, Intersectionality, beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on, game on. Beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on, game on. Beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on. Last time. Beautiful trouble in a deck. Game on, game on. Thank you.
Let us, a whole nother round of applause for that extraordinary act. Yes. In fact, can we all just stand for that? That was miraculous, amazing. Really putting it out there. Thank you, Dragonfly. Thank you, Justice Jester. Thank you, Robin LaVerne William. Thank you, Helvetica.